waterfront properties are super hyped. It sounds almost like a buzzword in Dubai. Everyone is chasing them, but many investors will be disappointed. So today I'm gonna tell you about the best and the most hyped waterfront areas in Dubai right now. And I'll show you several critical things that many investors get wrong about them. Starting with JBR, or Jumeirah Beach Residence. And for quite a long time it seemed that the best days of JBR are over, from an investment point of view. For tourism and for many residents, it's an awesome place. It's on the beachfront, it has great views of Palm Jumeirah and blue waters, has a lot of restaurants, cafes and bars, so pretty much everything for a vibrant life. The issue is that it's super mature. There is almost no development there. No residential development, there were just 3 launches over the last 5 years. No infrastructural development, it's even more developed than the neighboring areas. Let me show you something. This chart shows the share of units under construction in GBR and its neighbors. So out of all supply, current and future, which portion of the units is currently under construction? In Blue Waters, it's 44%. Because Miraz is building 2 new towers there, and it will basically double the supply of the area. On Palm Jumeirah it's 16%, and on Dubai Marina it's around 10%. So even compared to those developed areas, the supply in GBR is much lower. It's just 1.6%, so the area is super developed, there are no units under construction, and now a new residential project gets announced. And this project is the reason why we're talking about this area. The project I'm talking about is an ultra-luxurious segment. It's developed in collaboration with an ultra-luxurious hotel brand. All the apartments there will be serviced, and it's in GBR, so the best projects to compare with are other ultra-luxurious serviced apartments on the first beach row. These are one at Palm, Atlantis the Royal, and Marsal Arab. But the prices in the project I'm talking about are at least 80% lower compared to these 3. And in this case, the fact that GBR is super developed, which is normally a downside, becomes an advantage. Because when the area is developed and there is no need to wait for infrastructure, for the beach or for something else to get built there, the prices rise to the market level pretty quickly. And this project is special. It's built in collaboration with Edition, an ultra-luxurious hotel brand, and mostly known in the US. They have venues in New York, LA, Miami and other places, but they also have their hotels in London, Mykonos, Milan and several other European cities. They are known for exceptional service and really awesome designs. They remain boutique while being a part of Marriott Group, so it's a really interesting case. So what they're building here is a mix of hotel and residential buildings, with private beach access. All the units will be fully serviced, concierge, maintenance, housekeeping. Also they will have restaurants on the territory of the building. Normally Edition has fine dining venues from Michelin-starred chefs. And of course there'll be resort-level amenities, like infinity pools, spas, yoga centers, poolside bars, and a private beach club. Ultra-luxurious segment is feeling good in Dubai, because many millionaires and billionaires are moving to the city. The demand for such properties is really high and is reflected in the historic growth. But it's not for everyone. The starting price for a 1-bedroom apartment of approximately 2,000 square feet is $2.5 million. But there is another super hyped waterfront area in Dubai with prices 5 times lower than that. Let me tell you about Mina Rashid, or Rashid Yachts and Marinas. It's a new waterfront master community by Emaar. And it's a very sexy combination of words, right? And if you watched this channel before, you probably know that if you're investing at the early stages of Emaar Master Community, you can make a lot of money, because Emaar is raising prices with every new launch, and it drives the prices up on the secondary market too. And this is exactly what happened here. Since 2022, prices in Rashid Yachts and Marinas increased by almost 80%. So those investors who invested in Rashid Yachts and Marinas 3 years ago made really decent returns. The bad news is that this growth has already happened, and now investors shouldn't expect crazy price growth, because this area will be more like a Greek harbor. You can consider it a new version of Greek harbor. It's on the waterfront, it's developed by Emaar, It will be an awesome area for living, with a lot of restaurants, cafes, even retail. But if you take a look at properties in Creek Harbor, they're growing in line with the market. So it's a nice, steady growth, but on average, it's not outperforming the market. Does it mean that from now on, you should always avoid investing in Mina Rashid? Not at all. It depends on your goals, and there are certain properties that can still generate you decent returns. So now Mina Rashid transitions into this steady growth phase, becomes a very low-risk investment, and in a situation like that, you should go for properties that stand out. Something really different, in a good way different, compared to what's available in the area. So right now, literally at this moment, as I said, Ellington is launching a new project in Mina Rashid. And what you should know about Ellington is that they're always outperforming the market. Let me show you. This chart shows the average growth in GVC compared to the buildings Ellington launched there. It's a 3-year growth since 2022 till 2025, and during this period of time, 5 out of 6 Ellington's buildings built in GVC outperformed the area's average. And GVC is not such a great high-quality area, but they basically achieve the same in other areas too. For example, let's take a look at Shoba Heartland. This is Shoba's master community, and Ellington built 2 buildings there. Both of them grew in value faster than Shoba's average. And the next example, and this is the most relevant example, is Ellington in Dubai Hills. Dubai Hills is a master community by MR, and Ellington just delivered their first building in Dubai Hills. And we already know the rental rates, so we can compare them to other similar properties by MR. And it's 40% higher, so the rental rates in Ellington's project are 40% higher compared to other similar projects by MR. So this is definitely the trend. Ellington is outperforming every area they're building in. And the reason behind this trend is Ellington's quality. They have awesome projects, they are really demanded by residents, and the quality they are delivering is higher compared to everything else built in the same areas. So we expect that the same will happen in Mina Rashid, and let's forget 40% rental rates difference. Let's say it will be 20%. Even in this case, potential rental yields are really high. 7% for 3 beds, 7.9% for 2 beds, and 8.7% for 1 beds. The starting price for a 1 bed in the new Ellington's project in Mina Rashid is around 2.3 million dirhams or $625,000 US. By the way, if you like our data-driven approach and you want to learn more about Dubai real estate market, you should get our insider report. It contains 10 best areas, 10 best developers, and 20 best projects to invest in Dubai real estate right now, based on our opinion and data, of course. You can get it absolutely free of charge. Scan the QR code or click the link below and someone from my team will send it to you. Also, if you have a specific property in mind that you want to evaluate, use our ROI forecaster. This is our internal tool, our internal software that we recently made public, and it helps you to run the numbers for any property in Dubai. You just fill in all the information you have about the property, and it will help you calculate ROI, NPV, cash-on-cash returns, and IRR. Also, it will help you to forecast the cash flows. How much money will you get each year, and how much money will you need to spend each year. We're sharing this for free with both brokers and investors, so if you want to get it, leave the application on the website or drop us a message, and someone from my team will send it to you. Okay, now let's move on to the next area. It's Maritime City. It's located right next to Mina Rashid, and most likely both of them will compete for the same residents. The main difference is that Maritime City is supposed to have a beach, but it's a bit tricky, so we'll discuss it in a moment. So Maritime City consists of 3 parts. One is an industrial area, which occupies roughly 50% of the island, and this is a free zone for shipping companies. Number 2 is a general residential area, and this is where many developers are building now, like Select Group, Danube or Damak. And number 3 is a master community by Beyond, and it can potentially become one of the most attractive areas in Dubai for living. It's a full-scale master community, it's at the waterfront, and it'll have all the required residential infrastructure, like hospitals, nurseries, a primary school, grocery shops, parks, etc. Also, it's not far from the city center, roughly 20 minutes from downtown or the AFC. But the main question about this area is the beach, because currently there is no beach, but it's planned. Building a beach requires quite some time and quite some money, so if you're investing in Maritime City now, when there is no beach, you're basically taking some risks. And logically, these risks should be reflected in the pricing. But when we compare prices in Maritime City to prices on Dubai Islands, and Dubai Islands is an area nearby, also early stage, but it has a full operational beach, so it's built, it's already there, we see the difference in prices around 25–35%. So despite the uncertainty, prices in Maritime City are higher. So let's speak about Dubai Islands. And Dubai Islands, in my opinion, is the best waterfront area for investment in Dubai right now. Here are 3 reasons for that. Number 1, Dubai Islands has a very high chance of becoming one of the main tourist destinations of the city. That's because they're planning to build several tourist magnets in or around Dubai Islands. A huge mall, almost as big as Dubai Mall, a huge golf course by the seaside, the first of its kind in Dubai, an artificial coral reef, and 86 hotels. Hotels are super important for the area to attract tourists, but it's also super important for those who are planning to rent their apartments out on Airbnb. Because hotels bring a lot of tourist infrastructure, aqua parks, entertainment facilities, spas, a lot of dining options. All of that will happen on Dubai Islands, and even at the larger scale compared to the Palm. The total number of hotels is twice as much as Palm Jumeirah has. Speaking of Palm Jumeirah, and that's the reason number 2 why Dubai Islands are so great, is that Dubai Islands is the new, upgraded version of the Palm Jumeirah. The structure of the islands is developed in a way that it solves 2 big problems that Palm Jumeirah has. Number 1 is stagnant water. This issue exists because there are only 4 points where the water flows in and out. So in some places the water is not really moving. Dubai Islands are different. They're designed like a huge bay, so the water is circulating much better there. Then the issue that Palm Jumeirah has is traffic. Here this problem is solved. There are 3 bridges that are connecting mainland and the islands, so there should be no traffic problems. And now reason number 3, and that's the most important reason. It's pricing. Prices on Dubai Islands are much lower compared to all other developed areas of Dubai. Again, let's compare it to Palm Jumeirah. You can find properties on Dubai Islands, they're not all like that, but you can find them, that are priced from 50 to 90% lower than comparable properties on the Palm. That's a huge difference, and it illustrates the value appreciation potential. So if you're looking to invest in Dubai Islands, you have basically 2 areas where you can invest in, 2 different islands, Island A and Island B. They're pretty different. Island A will be more lively and vibrant, Island B will be more exclusive, but the most important difference is the population density. On Island A, there'll be more than 30,000 units. On Island B, the total number of units will be around 6,000. And if you're looking to invest in a property with a private beach, which you absolutely should be doing if you have the budget, then Island B is your only choice. Unfortunately, there are no new projects with a private beach on Island A, but on Island B there are 2 expected to be launched soon. They're pretty different. One of them is more like a hotel type of building, a lot of units, a lot of amenities, fully serviced hotel building on the territory of the complex. And another one is a more boutique type, much lower number of units, much more exclusive. Both of these projects are great. Both will be built by very strong developers. The starting prices are around $750,000 for one bed, that's 2.8 million dirhams. But if it's higher than your budget, then you can consider certain projects on Island A. There are many projects on Island A. Not all of them are truly great in my opinion, but there is one coming up soon, which is gonna be really good. The interesting thing is that it can potentially be attractive to both residents and tourists, mostly because of its location. It's right next to the park, to the mall, to the hospital, and to the school. Apartments in this building will have direct, uninterrupted views of the sea and canal, and it's right next to Rixos. So the value of the location should be pretty obvious to those who are looking for a 1-year long-term contract and those who are looking for a 7-day stay on Airbnb. All of these 3 projects, they are under the radar, almost nobody knows about them, and we want to keep this opportunity for our investors. If this sounds interesting to you, drop us a message and we'll help you to place the expression of interest before everyone else. And now let's talk about the next area. It's also a beachfront area, also super hyped, but in my opinion, it's not for everyone. It's Palm Jebel Ali. Palm Jebel Ali right now is at its earliest stages of development. It's much earlier stage compared to Dubai Islands. There are no roads there, almost no residential projects launched. Construction of the villas has barely started. So this is for those who are thinking 10 years ahead, because developing all of that and bringing the area to its prime will take quite some time. But if you have a 10-year or even longer investment horizon, then this area can be truly great for you. It's obviously similar to Palm Jumeirah in many ways, but similarly to Dubai Islands, it fixes a lot of issues and becomes a next-generation version of the Palm. It's 2 times bigger, which doesn't just mean more units. It also means larger plots, more space, wider beaches, wider walking space, and all of that improves the residential experience. Palm Jebel Ali solved the stagnant water issue. Here the construction is different. They have more points when the water flows in and out, and the canals are wider. Also, it solves the issue with the traffic. They're building 3 independent roads that will connect the Palm with Sheikh Zayed Road. Finally, it will be more livable, with much more focus on the well-being, with much more green spaces. On average, the price difference between the new properties on Palm Jebel Ali and already old properties on Palm Jumeirah is around 40 to 60%, which shows a huge upside potential. And right now, finally, Nahil is launching the first residential buildings on Palm Jebel Ali. And what you should know about Nahil is that on Palm Jumeirah, even after 15 years since their projects were delivered, their apartments, they still keep growing in value. And this building they are launching on the new Palm, it'll be located between 2 fronts, and the starting price per square foot in this project is around $850 or 3.1 thousand dirhams, which is significantly lower than the price of new projects that is launched on Palm Jumeirah. I hope this video brought more clarity about Dubai waterfront areas, and if you want to learn about costly mistakes that you should avoid, check out the recent video we made.